Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. The price of insurance has gone up massively in UK, and in this video I'm going to share my top tips and tricks to make sure that you can get the lowest price possible. So let's get straight into it. I have always managed to get cheap car insurance using these tips and tricks. For example, my Audi A3 2-litre turbo TFSI, I paid £480 a year before it blew up. My new Ford Fiesta, £900. My Mini Cooper S, £540. My Fiat Punto before then went down to like £400 for the year. That was only with like 2 years no claims. So yeah, I'm going to share the tips and tricks that I use to get cheap insurance. So number one is using a new email. I have a feeling that somewhere along the lines, apparently for legal reasons, this is an assumption, that they're sending your email around, because when I use my normal emails to do car insurance quotes, they're stupidly high. I'm talking thousands of pounds. But when I've used a new email, it's gone under £1,000 and it's gone a lot more cheaper. So one thing I do recommend is making a new email just so it's fresh, just so there's no data around it. Don't attach any emails to it just in case. And then talking about going covert with a new email is I highly recommend using the incognito mode on Google Chrome. Doesn't track your cookies, doesn't track previous activity on the website. So to them, you're a brand new customer, and most likely you are going to get a cheaper price than using a normal browser mode. I have found that Google Chrome is the best one. So for all you Safari and Firefox users, I'm sure it's cheap. I think you can get it cheap on Chrome, just from my personal experience. So yeah, new email and using incognito mode. I have found that I personally have got my best quotes on a Monday morning. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's a brand new week. They have brand new targets, brand new numbers for the people that work insurance. And I've always got the cheapest price on a Monday morning. You know, sometimes I'll be sitting there on a Saturday evening looking at fresh cars going, oh, I'd love myself a BMW M4 one day. And then it's like £8,000 for insurance. But I'm guessing it's because it's a Saturday night and no one's in the offices in the insurance companies. And they're not like looking at your data going, oh, you know, he's done a Saturday night, you can have it expensive. Best quotes I find personally are on a Monday morning. And then when it comes to actually doing your quote, I have found that doing it at least 2 weeks before the start date of your quote. For example, it's the 5th of December right now, so if I wanted to be insured for the 19th of December, I would do it now because it's 2 weeks. Just because I have found that doing it and giving it time before your insurance starts makes it cheaper. I have once done my insurance on a day, because when I brought my Mini, I did one on a day before I got a cheaper one, and it was like double the price of the one I could have done within 2 weeks. So I highly recommend giving yourself time to do it before your insurance starts. When it comes to actually doing your policy, once you've filled out all your details, I highly recommend adding at least 2 people to your quote. So for example, I add my parents to my policy. They've both been driving for 25 years, no accidents, no medical history and stuff, and they definitely like half my price. I'm not even joking. I did a quote the other day. I should have taken a photo of it. It was £2,000, added my parents, added my mum, my dad, and yeah, it went to like £1,100 for like a nicer car, which I think was like a Ford Fiesta ST or something like that. So yes, I highly recommend adding people to your policy. Don't add anyone who's had less driving experience than you, but add someone who is, you know, higher, been driving longer than you, because they're definitely going to bring your policy down. And then when it comes to jobs, play around with your job titles. Do not put the wrong job in, because that is how your policy can get voided, because you pretty much are telling a fib. But for example, my official job role and contract is I'm a camera specialist at a equipment rental company and live production company, but I also work in a warehouse. You see where I'm going? So I put my title as warehouse worker because I am. I work in a warehouse, my office is a workhouse, so I'm not lying in any shape or form. When I put camera specialist, I'm guessing they're thinking that I've got camera gear on me, which is why my quote is higher. But as a warehouse worker, you're just in a warehouse pretty much. You're going from A to B, so I guess that's why it's cheaper. But play around, don't lie, but play around with your job title. I would also recommend that you make sure your car location is accurate. So for example, my drive is on a private road. It's private property, so I put my car as private property because it is, you know. The insurance can happily walk down to my flat and say, yep, that's private property, because it is a private road. When I was at my parents', my car would always live on a driveway according to my insurance, because it would. Even if you have a garage, put that your car lives in a garage, because it does. You might put it on the road sometimes, but it lives in the garage, doesn't it? So yeah, this brought my quote down like pretty cheap. But obviously don't lie, like if you live on a main road and you say it's private property, then it is not. This is quite a small tip, but if you add your driving license number to websites like Compare the Meerkat, I noticed that it went down like 100 quid. Not sure why. I'm sure when you do it lots and lots and lots of time, your driving license number is definitely tracked somewhere, but I have found out that when I put my driving license number on the comparison website, I do end up getting a cheaper quote. So that's just a little tip. And when it comes to comparison websites, make sure to use multiple. Make sure you hunt for different quotes using different comparison websites, because there will be car insurance providers that pop up on some websites but pop up and don't.
What did he say?
The person I'm with at the moment, I won't say, but they popped up on Compare the Meerkat, but not the other ones, and it was like the cheapest one, and they have some really good kickbacks like free roadside care and courtesy car as well, which is pretty handy. And even if you want to go that step further, when you get your quote and you've chosen the company that you're going to go with, ring them up, because sometimes speaking to an actual person over the phone and not speaking to a robot online can get you a cheaper quote. I remember when I had my Audi, I wasn't quite happy because I was like, I can definitely get it cheaper than this. So I spoke to a person on the phone. I said, this other website has done it for 100 quid less, but I've been with you guys for a couple of years, so I would like to stay with you guys. And it worked. I had like 100 quid knocked off it, so it went from like 500 to 400 odd. I can't remember exactly, but sometimes speaking to a person can actually get you a cheaper quote, and also be nice to them. And also, when you're telling them what you do and all your details and stuff, don't blabber, because I know people that have mentioned that, oh, I also do, I do freelance on the side, and they've gone, we can charge you more because you're carrying around equipment. Don't go into detail about what you do. Just answer their questions, because sometimes giving too much information can make it expensive, because I don't know why, but sometimes it can. So that's it really. That's all the tips that I use personally. Like I said, you might use all of them, you might use none, you might use some, but I hope they help. And one more little thing is, I've noticed that a lot of people aren't declaring their mods. The more that people stop declaring their mods, the more expensive insurance is going to get for mods. So for God's sake, just declare those mods. It's going to help you in the back end. If you've got like a $3,000 carbon fiber wing and you go into a crash, you've not declared it, they might void your insurance, or they might say, you know what, you don't have your car's value, but that thing on a car, you've not declared it, so you're not getting it. So please, for the love of God, start declaring those mods. It's not even that much. I know someone who declared a full body kit. It went down £10. I don't know why, but unless it's like you've changed the engine, you've changed the gearbox, you've VAT off turbo on it, it's probably not going to change the price. So just save ourselves in the future, the car community in the UK, and just declare those mods. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you are new around here, my name's Jamie, and I make random videos here on the internet, sitting in my chair at the moment, holding my mic. So I hope you guys did enjoy. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, that'd really help me out. Like, comment, share, do all those things, and comment below any tips you might have that I've missed. But that's it. I'm going to stop waffling now because I'm starting to run out of breath. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and peace out.